Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching from. Welcome to Goodspeed TV. My name is Dati Goodspeed, the CEO, GDT Integrated Farm. I'm going to take you on a step-by-step production of catfish from the hatchlings to the table size. So I'm going to start from both the construction of the pond, the treatment of the pond, how to hatch your fish, and also the feeding processes till you get to 1 kilo, which is actually the table size. So come with me, let me just show you. Let's go on a tour on how our hatching looks like. All right, this is our hatchling room. It's of a necessity that you construct a closet like this. Now the essence of this is so that there will be no direct sunlight on the hatchlings or the fries. You understand, they are very tender, so they don't really need much sunlight like that. So you need to at least cover the top so that direct sunlight will not penetrate to the pool, to the pond. Then secondly, this is also for a better hatching, you need a dedicated tank. That's a GP tank about 2,000 liters capacity. Now you need a tank so that you can treat your water to know the pH of your water, you know the required treatments it needs for a better production of your fries or your fingerlings. So it is very, very necessary. Okay, please just bring the camera inside. Let us show us. All right, this is a 4x3 size of pond. It's a concrete pond. As you can see, it is well cemented. Now I'm going to show us the design, what you need to consider in designing your hatchling or the concrete pond. Now this is what you can see here. This is the water inlet. Okay, so because in your hatching of fingerlings, you need to consistently be running a flow through. The flow through in the sense that water is coming in from the inlet, and also the drainage, it's also draining out. Now this is our waste stopcock, which is buried here. Now this is where all the waste waters come out from. Now in also construction of this pond, you also have to consider what I call, now this is an overflow. As a matter of fact, sometimes you might be running a flow through and you forget, or maybe you went somewhere, you just forget that you were running a flow through on your pond. So all you need to do, instead of your fish, your fries coming out from the brim, there is a flow through in which the water will help still drain back to your wastage or your sewage or your gutter anywhere. So it is of necessity that you include an overflow while constructing your pond. And the cement must be very rich. The cement must be very rich, not weak concrete. It must be a solid mixture of your cement, so that water is very, very, it has pressure and it can break your concrete pond. And most especially, what you need to consider, the pond must be arm length. You understand? I'm not going to give you a specific depth or a specific depth of the pond, but it should be accessible to your hands, like you, so that you can reach the bottom. You understand? You see my hands, so I can reach the bottom, do whatever I want to do. So I won't say 4 feet, I won't say 3 feet, I won't say 6 feet, but it should be an arm length. You understand? So that you can reach the bottom to pick whatever thing you want to pick. So it is very, very necessary. As I said before, you need a dedicated tank. So you see the connections of the pipe It runs from, this is the outlet of the tank. It runs directly to your pond, which is very, very necessary. And also, one of the things you should also consider is you must do what I call a chamber. Now, this is a chamber. From there, all the wastewater from the pond runs. Now there's a pipe. You are not, I know you won't see it, it's buried underground. So it comes here to a drainage system, which I call a chamber. Now, this is from the hatchling pond, you understand? So all the wastewater that comes out comes into this chamber, and this takes it outside to the gutter or wherever you choose to dump your wastewater. So the essence of this is that the net, you know, at that stage the fish are very tender, your fries are very tender, so they might be escaping from the net. Okay, this is the net I'm using. So even at this point, like you're seeing it now, the fries can still escape from this net, you understand? So after now, I'm going to show us how you install it, how you install everything, the installations of the pipe, the installations of the water that will be coming out from your tank and everything. But now basically we are done with the construction, like the design parameters, what you need to consider. I'm going to show us how to treat your pond, because this pond was just constructed yesterday. So it is of a necessity that you treat it because of the chemical content, content of the cement. If not, you will lose all your fishes just in a twinkle of an eye. All right, as I was saying, I'm going to show us how to treat your pond to actually detoxify the chemical content that is in cement. As I said before, you can lose all your fish just in a twinkle of an eye if the pond are not well treated. You need to treat if it's a cement pond, you need to treat it. If it's both a tarpaulin pond, you still need to treat the tarpaulin pond. So for the cement ponds, I'm going to show us there are two ways of treating it organically. The organical method of treatment, of pond treatment, is very okay rather than the chemical treatment, because it still contains some amount of chemical, some toxic chemicals in it. So we are going to use, number one thing you might use is the poultry drops. Locally you can call it chicken manure. People call it chicken manure or your poultry drops. And in this area, it's not really accessible like that, because it's being sold for about, I think, 1,000 naira now in a very small sack bag. So the second option is your plantain stem, either plantain or banana stem, and that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to show us how to cut it, place in your pond, and fill water with it, and wait for like 7 to 14 days, and that's all. All right. Okay, this is already okay. You can see it. These are normal. These some are plantain stem, some are the banana stem. So you get both the dry leaves, the fresh leaf, whichever way that comes. So okay, let's start with this. Okay, so you just pick them. Just come with me. Oh, that's so new. So you just press it before cut it into pieces so it can easily ferment. So just cut them into pieces. Alright, you cut them into pieces so it can easily ferment. See the way I'm cutting the stem. So you can see I put both the fresh, the dry, and the stem. Okay, it's not enough. You just put as much as you can. Faster. All right, that's all the plantain stem, the plantain leaves we've got. So after pressing them, you spread it. Spread it inside the pan. Then turn on your water. Turn on the water. Oh, the outlet is still open. Let's close the outlet. Okay, so that is it. This is organically way of treating your concrete pond. So immediately the water gets to the brim or to whatever level. Like for this one, it's going to get to where we have the overflow. So once it gets to the overflow, you shut it down and leave it for 7 to 14 days. Some people say 7 to 14 days, but I will say you leave it until you start seeing some living organisms inside, some living things inside the water. Example, your toad, frogs, either the tadpole or the mosquito larva. Because if there is nothing living inside the water, it means your fish cannot survive. So it is very, very necessary. So you leave it for how many days? For 7 to 14 days. When you start seeing them inside, you know that your fish, be it your fries, your fingerlings, or be it your juvenile, whatever sizes of fish, they can now survive. Because at that point, the pond must have been well detoxified for use. All right. Video, and I hope you've learned a lot. All what you need to do is for you to like our YouTube channel, Goodspeed TV. You share it, you turn on the notification button so that whenever a video like this is being posted, it will get to you. All right. You can also comment on the comment section, ask whatever questions are pertaining to this, and we will be there to respond to you immediately. Like our page on Facebook. Our page is a GDT Integrated Services. Like our page, share whatever video that is posted, and I trust me, all the videos that will be posted will be educative videos as pertaining to aquaculture, which is actually fish farming. Thank you for watching, and I hope you were blessed watching. God bless you, and bye for now.